Hi everybody. Today I thought I'd talk about some books and dating books that have infiltrated our dating culture. He's Just Not That Into You by Greg Behrendt and Liz Taquillo. It's Just a Date by the same author. And another book that I don't have on me and I haven't bought and I don't intend to is The Rules. Okay, so this book goes on to talk about excuse me, how to tell whether or not a guy is interested in you. It's basically to stop women from waiting by the phone. He's just not that into you if he's not asking you out, because if he likes you, trust me, he'll ask you out. He's just not that into you if he's not calling you. Men know how to use a phone. I kind of do agree with that. He's just not that into you if he's not dating you. Hanging out is not dating. I don't necessarily agree with this because Australian guys, I think, like to hang out with girls first, get to know them to see whether or not they're compatible, and then start to date them sometimes. But yeah, sometimes if you hang out too long for just as friends, then you can never cross that. I think the chemistry can be killed and you lose that time. Sometimes if you don't act on it, you lose it. He's just not that into you if he's having sex with someone else. Or that's a no-brainer. He's just not that into you if he's not having sex with you. When men like you, they want to touch you, always. He's just not that into you if anyone wants to see you when he's drunk. Well, yeah, that's a blinding red flag there. If he likes you, he'll want to see you when his judgment isn't impaired. Yeah. He's just not that into you if he doesn't want to marry you. Love cures commitment phobia. I wouldn't know about that, but there are plenty of people I know out there that have been in long-term relationships, haven't been married, and they've got kids and blah blah blah. But each to their own. So yeah, myself personally, I just can't comment on that. Yeah, he's just not that into you if he's breaking up with you. Yeah, well, that's again, it's a little bit Captain Obvious. He's just not that into you if he disappears on you. Sometimes you have to get closure all by yourself. Yeah, well, if he does a Houdini on you, well then not only is he a wanker for not having balls to actually tell you that he's not interested, then he's an idiot for, I don't know, it's just disgraceful anyway. He's just not that into you if he's married. Well, why would you go for somebody that's married anyway? He's just not that into you if he's a selfish jerk, a bully, or a really big freak. Yeah. We like quirky and a little bit, yeah, a little bit freaky, but not like, whoa, freaky. Yeah, not like Hannibal Lecter freaky. And this just goes on to kind of talk about how to be confident in dating and that kind of thing, and which is, good. I mean, these are two of the more self-empowering books that I've read in the dating area towards women than others. Like there's the other books like The Rules, and that basically goes on to talk about that a woman should never talk to the man first, call the man, ask the man out, never kiss on a first date, never have sex on a first date, which I kind of agree, because it can be, where do you go from there, having sex on a first date? So, yeah, you want to know the person you're sleeping with. Always let the guy pay, which I kind of think is, I don't know, I don't think that's a good expectation to put on to men. But anyway, the Rules goes on to basically, sets these standards for men, which I think are almost impossible to attain. Like, don't accept a date with a guy if he asks you out on after like a Wednesday night to go out on the weekend. He has to ask you out before the Wednesday. And even if you're not busy, say that you are. I just think all that kind of thing is just, it's games. So yeah, with all these books that are around, it can get confusing, not knowing what advice to take. And through having tried the whole, taking this advice of, if he's busy, it means he's not interested, and finding out that, cutting my nose off to spite my face, and following through on what he said, I didn't, I kind of cut off a lot of guys because I thought they weren't interested and they were just messing around. And there are a lot of times where they just were busy, and, I shouldn't have been so quick to go, all right, see you later. So that was, a learning experience. And I think the most important thing with dating is just being yourself, because somebody's going to like you. It's got to be for who you are, not manipulating the idea of what they want you to see, and not only just the best of what you are either, because that's just not, who can be at their best all the time? Who wants to be, feeling like they have to be this perfect person all the time? Not only is that too hard, it's boring. It is boring. Yeah. So yeah, through all of my crazy experiences, I'd have to say, just be yourself. If they don't like it, well then, that's when you go move on. Screw them. There's a lot of other people that will appreciate you for who you are. Alright, well that's about it from me today, and I really wanted to cover these books, and if you guys are interested to know what's been messing with our heads and the way we work, then maybe flip through these books and then you'll understand why women that you've been dating have been doing some of the things that they've been doing, and hopefully they've come out the other end wiser for it and learned to take it with a grain of salt. Alright, well that's me for today. See ya.